Oh. Good evening, everyone. It's the week after the clocks went back. I'm trying a bit of a different angle, so hopefully my face fits in. Not that you want to see it, but my face fits in a little better. Not much to tell you, but I just thought I'd tell you about my new radio, have a flick around the shortwave stations that are on Sunday, because that's when you get the interesting things on. Just a little bit of that. Well, just an update on the channel. We're now nearly on 1,700 subscribers. Thank you very much for that. A lot of people who are watching the Johnny Walker video and the one at Glass and Dock, and the other ones are doing alright as well. So a lot of the radio videos are doing really well, which I'm really happy about, because that's kind of why I started the channel. And on the shorts, it's got a slightly different audience. It's more people that used to live in Lancaster or do live in Lancaster, looking at little parts of Lancaster, you know, bits in the town, Halloween, bands that are on, the River Loon. That does really well. So we've kind of got two channels in one. I've got another Buy Me a Coffee, but I forgot to write the name down, so I'll do that in the next video. So we've had 7 now, 7, and I need to get a few more things for the channel, so it'll come in handy. So the Buy Me a Coffee link is on the top of my channel. If you go into the main channel page, it's right at the top. So thank you very much for that. I'll get the name. We'll probably do another video this week, so I'll read all 3 names out again. And we've had a lot more comments again on the channel, which is good, because the more channels you get, the more that you get in the recommended box. So the more likes and comments they get, and the further these videos go. So yes, thank you. It's you that makes the channel, not me, and we're getting bigger. So, and I quite like doing it. It gives me something to do when I'm not at work. Keeps me out of mischiefs. So should we go to the radios and stuff like that? Now this I bought 2 weeks ago, and it's a 1970s Hitachi stereo. It's pretty good actually. I mean, like a lot of these old 1970s, 1980s stereos, the cassette players stopped working. I've got a few like this now, but the radio still works. Now I'm after the radio, so it doesn't matter to me that doesn't work. I'm after the style and actually the radio. Now this one's quite interesting. It hasn't got long wave on, which is quite rare for the 1970s, because would radio 2 would have been on 198 long wave then? I think it would be radio 2, it wouldn't be radio 4. There was a bit of a switch around. Maybe, I can't remember, maybe you can tell me that. But at one time it was 2 and then radio 4 went onto it. So it's quite rare not to have long wave on it. It's got FM. Now the interesting thing about it is it's got mainly most commercial sets. The shortwaves went from 6 megacycles to about 22 megacycles, so it only went through that wavelength. To get further down the band or up the band, you had to get a communication receiver that went to those bands, or something like this, like this Tescan. That does it all as well. So this one's got shortwave 1 and shortwave 2. So this actually goes down to 2.3, 2.5, which is the 120 meter band. And there's not there's very little, apart from radio amateurs. If anyone doesn't know what radio amateurs are, they're like a little bit like, if you remember what CB was like. It's the same kind of thing, but you can get all over the world with it instead of just in a local area. You know, they've got all up the bands, different places that they can broadcast at different times, and they can get from one side of the world to the other. So yeah, same thing as CD, people talking to each other, but in a longer distance. Shortwave is basically to send signals and a long distance without wires or internet or anything like that. So yes, so it actually, there's not much down there, but on the 75 meter band, I might try it later. Shortwave radio, that broadcasts on 6160 in the 6 megacycles, but it also at night broadcasts on 75 metres. 75 metres can be quite stable at night, so I might actually get it quite well on this. So I might. Should I give you a quick whiz of this thing? I'll just have to turn it off. Are we there? Are we going? Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
You're absolutely right about what
So it's great because it's got a tuning finger there, so you can see how strong the signal is.
Sometimes known as
So you
is trying to convince the blinded Gloucester.
So that goes up and down,
He says,
and it tells you when you're in stereo. That light, you see, tells you when you're in stereo, because weaker FM signals don't always come out there. They'll just come out in mono, because stereo needs kind of, if it's in a mono, if it's looking at a mono signal, it's looking at the frequency as one channel. So if it's got a weaker signal, it'll pick it up better on mono than it does stereo, because stereo split it into two channels, the left and the right. So if you've got a weak signal, it will create this hissing in the background. If you use mono, that hissing will go away. So it's actually got a button at the top there where you can actually say, no, I just want to listen in mono anyway. And a lot of people used to do that when they were listening to a signal far away. I used to do it with a signal radio. I could get it at my house, but only very weak. So it always had a hiss if it was in stereo, but if I put it on mono, it was a lot clearer, because I used to listen to the late night funster. The late night funster on signal radio used to do like jokey, stupid things. It was quite good. It was on Monday to Friday. Was it Monday to Thursday? I can't remember, but I used to listen to him when I was a teenager. He was quite late at night, so I shouldn't have been actually. I should have been getting some shut eye for my exams, which I didn't do very well in. But it's a nice set. But let's just have a look. We'll put it on the shortwave. It hasn't got an external aerial, so I think. So yeah. So this is where at the bottom I say it picks up from the 120 metre band. We won't pick anything if I don't think. No. Nothing broadcast or audible music wise, but yeah, shortwave D might be on that later on. It also goes through the 60 metre band. Let's have which normal stereos wouldn't cover either. Oh. Yeah, there's something there. It sounds the Italian, so that when it gets darker will probably come in quite well. And then this is where your normal sets would start, 6 megacycles, which there will be things on there.
We're now signing off 1323 kilohertz medium wave to Europe. Our broadcasts continue on streaming at nexus.org and will resume tomorrow at 19.
I'm just holding that, the aerial, using me as an outside, a bigger aerial.
I'm Sally Patterson.
So there we go.
That's quite good. Just with it hasn't got an external area, but that's weekend music radio on 6285.
What we did here on that clip was all music radio 927 kilohertz.
the Italian station on 1503, the Middle East station on 1476, Caroline 648, Kossuth Radio from Hungary on 540, probably.
So if I get an outside aerial for that, it actually pick up all right. But for today, we'll have a quick flick around at the end on my Tescan because that's it, got the external area on. Now we're nearly about 5 o'clock. You can say it's getting dark outside. So we'll be starting getting some of the Dutch stuff slowly, I think, because that'll come in at dusk. So last week it would have been, this would have been 6 p.m, but it's now 5 p.m. I've cooked my tea, that's why the window looks a bit misty. And last night we had lots of fireworks. I was hoping for a few fireworks that'll probably start in about half an hour's time. It's bonfire night tomorrow, isn't it? It's tomorrow, yeah. So we'll have a quick flick and see what we can get before we go. It's just a quick one this week.
His final LP of Joe Walsh's fantastic album, The Smoker You Drink, The Player You
That's
Get.
Weekend Music Radio 6285. That's definitely Dutch next to it. Hello, hello, listen very carefully. I'll only say this once. That's a cracking signal. We'll just wait to see what this is. It might ID itself. Hello, hello was a cracking series, wasn't it? Madonna with the big boobies. I'm gonna have to get the box set of it.
Yes, Raven.
Oh. Actually, it's Radio Monique. I'm going to leave this on for a bit because it's Bart Steeman. He's always a good listen.
This is Europe's one and only European radio station. #1 radio station, Radio Monique International. Hello Moscow, hello London, hello Madrid, hello Stockholm, hello Raven, crazy roof in southwest London. Well, open your windows and let this here, this. Hello London, come on in London, come through. Well, let's go and play some music, right? Okay. That's the London dialect, probably. So, anyway, this is Radio Monique International, and we have got London calling for Raven in London. Turn it loud.
Turn it loud. See, even without a proper aerial, that's receiving all right. Radio Monique, and I think I've said this before. When Radio Caroline came back in the 80s, they hired part of its transmitting system to Radio Monique, which was a Dutch radio station, which had, apparently at one point it was really annoying the Dutch government because they reckoned it had 3 million listeners in Holland. And in the Netherlands, where they'd made, like us, they'd outlawed pirate radio. So I don't think the Dutch were really happy in the 80s that turned up. So this is Radio Monique. This is a tribute to that in the 1980s. And it's a jingle. It always starts with the Terrorhawks theme. It's like it's calling sound, so you always knew when Radio Monique was turning on because the Terrorhawks theme. That's how I knew it was Radio Monique when that came up. And it's always a blasting signal. I'll leave it on for a bit. I can't send him an email because I've turned my Wi-Fi off because it gives a bit of interference from my radios. So I'd give him an email. So but, I'll have another brew and listen in. I'll leave it on for a minute so you can listen in. Because he always comes up with some good comments, and apparently it's the only international Europe station promoting peace. Peace to the world, everyone.
This is Radio Monique International. The time is 55 minutes past the hour. Hello, Europe. This is Radio Monique International. Yeah, the free radio station. And we are very happy here. Very, very happy. So, we're gonna have a party there. Enjoy.
We can come back to this. Let's see if there's anything else on the band as well. This will probably be the strongest one on the band. Yeah, there's someone there now. That's Weekend Music Radio. Sometimes you get laser on there, but they're not there at the moment. Shortwave Radio DE will start there at about 6 o'clock, I think. I don't know what that is, it sounded German early on. I'm not 100% sure that what. Radio Europa was on that, but I listened in here and it's a German program, so I don't know if it's Europa or something else. Not sure. But here, we used to listen to this a lot, but it's now gone. It's disappeared for the last 2 weeks. Radio Europe was on here. I think it was licensed, I can't remember, in Holland or Germany, and it was a cracking signal, and it had been there for 2 years. And it suddenly just disappeared. It didn't actually do programs, it just played continuous music. But it seems to have gone, which is a shame because that was a cracking signal. That is, today's turn off about 6 or 7, which is a shame because I'm getting it all right now, but they turn off quite early. In the day, it's a terrible signal where I am. Sorry lads, but that's called Radio Mi Amigo, and it's a bit similar to the Monique name. So basically, in the 70s, Radio Caroline adopted another station. It called itself Radio Mi Amigo. It was a Dutch service, and yes, it was called Radio Mi Amigo. And this one on 6285, which is licensed, is called Radio Mi Amigo. So they've all got links to the Caroline and the Caroline boats. Obviously, Radio Monique was on the Ross Revenge in the 80s. Radio Mi Amigo was on the Mi Amigo. So different time, but still links to the Caroline lot. So all these guys in the 60s and 70s that are still keeping shortwave alive. I wonder what will happen in 20 years' time, or who will be using, if anyone will be using it in a hobby-wise. I hope so. That's channel 292. That relays different. Get mixed up with another signal, but that relays different programs. I would say that was Radio China International. We'll start talking about trade in a minute. Not sure what that is.
Carissimi amici di Radio Romania Internazionale, benvenuti
Yeah.
ad un nuovo appuntamento con l'attualità e approfondimenti dedicati
That's Radio Veronica.
all'Italia. Seguiteci anche via internet.
Yeah. That basically is not very good in the day, but in the evening is quite good. And I think we had a Dutch one on 6100 earlier. Just. I can't think that'd be Conzienzo. I always get his name a bit muddled up. Let's go back to Radio Monique.
That's what I say. All right. Radio Monique, the offshore station since the 1980s. With a lot of music from you in the evening. But when we do not get musical requests, we will leave the airwaves in a few minutes. Yeah. Some music for Bill Frost, then. eating pancakes, making lessons. And there are some promo girls dancing on this song. Yeah, on the other side of my little window here. If you want to see the pictures, go to the website radiomonique.blogspot.com. My name is Bart Freeman. I've got a jingle for that.
Alright, just a quick one this weekend. You see it's gone dark out there. It does go for dark fast, doesn't it? Just a quick one. Just thinking of what I should say. Yeah, like and subscribe, all that jazz. We're getting there. We've got some more videos coming out on location pretty soon. But as I've said, it's hard to get the camera on because when I'm working, he's not working, and when he's not working, I'm working. It just gets confusing. But we have got it in to do a few things on location, so that's good. There was one thing. Yeah, it always gone out of my head. I was going to mention something. Oh yes, we're thinking of doing once a week a kind of a Tilly Up North live where we can just chat and stuff like that. And if we make it same time every week, hopefully it'll take off slowly. So I want your advice, or I don't think I'll make it the Sunday, because eventually on the Sunday when me and the cameraman both off, hopefully we'll go on location with family, especially around Christmas. So not a Sunday, but and not a Saturday either. But if you've got any suggestions, what time and what day would be good? I'm thinking maybe a Tuesday. Because a Tuesday's a non-start day really, isn't it? So I was thinking a Tuesday we'll do a live at 6 or 7 at night. If you get any thoughts about that, just let me know. And have a good week, everyone. Thank you for watching.